Hello. I F23 have been married to my husband M26 for a year. I'm in my last year of university and been so busy for the last 2 weeks with many projects and finals looming. My husband complains from seeing me studying and not doing activities together or hanging out with friends anymore. I've told him it's not gonna last forever and that I need to focus because this is my last year and it's been the hardest. The day before the exam he wanted me to go with him to a friend's birthday party. I refused because I was busy preparing for my exam. He pleaded with me saying it's just 1 hour and talked about how his friends will be upset if I'm not there. I said no and shut down any further discussions. He got upset and called me selfish and inconsiderate, but then dropped it. Before I went to bed, I set my alarm clock like I always do, since I'm a heavy sleeper plus I stayed up late studying. The next morning I woke up at 9 AM. I literally freaked out and checked my alarm and found that it was set to go off at 9:30 AM. I had no idea how this happened till my husband told me he did this to repay me for refusing to take one hour to attend the party, so he took this hour from my time. I couldn't believe it. I absolutely blew up at him, just yelling and screaming at him left and right. He just stood there shocked from my reaction and my rage. I got dressed quickly and rushed to the university. They didn't let me into the exam hall. I got into a lot of hassle to get them to reschedule the exam, especially since I had no legit reason as to why I was late. It was awful is all I can say. I went home and my husband and I stopped speaking to each other. He kept acting as if I hurt his feelings and traumatized him by yelling, and that I deserve what he did since he was frustrated with my continual refusal to attend all events for the past 2 weeks. I might be wrong for not considering it, but I think that my exams should be a priority and his way of teaching me a lesson was not right. That's a divorce level sabotage of your degree. Oh my gosh, this right here. He could have sabotaged your future career for a stupid party. I don't know what your grades look like, but one exam can make the difference between what degree you graduate with, and he could have jeopardized your degree by being a petty asshole. Your husband is immature and so selfish. I'm flabbergasted he isn't being supportive and trying to help you through this big milestone. I'm beyond raging for you. His priorities are messed up. He obviously doesn't support you. He feels the need to get revenge rather than dealing with his emotions like an adult. I don't think I could ever come back from such a blatantly cruel act. Sorry for the rant, but I'm so angry for you. I'm very glad they let you rearrange. He punished you because you didn't obey him. He tried to sabotage your degree, or at least passing a class worth thousands of dollars, because you didn't obey him. NTA. But I would be seriously reconsidering my relationship with a man who feels entitled to do this. I also wouldn't trust him for a longest time, if ever again. Set your alarm on your phone and change your passcode so he can't get to it. Make sure your bank account is separate. Yep. Courses cost thousands. He wants to pay for that, does he? And even if he did, how did he think she'd respond? Oh my. This is not a good situation. NTA. And you did have a very valid reason. Abusive husband. This is not a person to spend your life with. Agreed. Op needs to contact the university and explain she is in an abusive relationship. They need to know what happened here. Jesus Christ, he sabotaged you. How on earth is this your fault? This is actually evil, immature, childish, conniving. You're NTA at all. How badly will this affect your grade? Don't know where op is from, but in Ireland a repeat is capped at 40%. You can only just pass a repeat exam. You cannot do well. This could completely tank her final grade. NTA. He did this totally out of spite, knowing it would cause you to be late to your exam. You are right. University doesn't last forever, and you will be able to go out and do more fun things when it's over. Might be worth reminding him that it's actually going to be longer until you can do that, now that you've missed your exam. On an unrelated note, if you just simply didn't want to go, that should also be fine. He doesn't need you to hold his hand everywhere. He seems disrespectful of your time, your work and your autonomy. This to Opus. If you didn't want to go, *THAT is fine too. You shouldn't have to worry about being punished because you aren't catering to his every whim. No is a full sentence. His behavior is unacceptable on so many levels and starting to lean into abuse territory. NTA. This is a man who thinks it's acceptable to sabotage your university career out of revenge for missing a party. You didn't say *HE* couldn't go, only that *YOU* wouldn't. Run. Don't scramble your DNA with this guy. I'm in run camp 2. DTMFA. Edit typo. NTA. Your husband thinks a party is more important than your academic future. Not even a party for someone important to *YOU*. *HIS*. Friend. And when you tell him you can't accommodate that, he takes it upon himself to punish you. Do you have somewhere else to stay? If not, can you talk to your school and find out if there are resources available to you? He's throwing red flags ********* over the place, and if you don't at ******* make sure you can complete your remaining tests in peace. I'm worried you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're unable to graduate and are totally dependent on a guy who thinks it's okay to bully you into doing what he wants. TBH, I don't even think it was about the party. It was about control and trying to ensure Op doesn't succeed academically/professionally. NTA. What a spiteful man. He sabotaged your exams just because you didn't go to a party. He doesn't see anything wrong with it either. This is the man you're married to. My wife and I are both doing advanced degrees. Well, I just finished, and it is very common for one or both of us to have extremely busy periods. You know what we do instead of sabotaging each other? We support each other by picking up more of the home workload when the other is busy, because we aren't psychopaths. NTA. What a horrible thing to do. There are a few here. The need to make you suffer to get revenge. How old is he? 3. I fully understand that exam season can be hard for your husband, but seeking revenge? It's not like you schedule exams to piss him off. He knowingly sabotages your education/future over selfish reasons. Let me guess, he's not exactly the ambitious type. Everyone who ever had to work really hard for a goal would fully understand that sometimes you just have to work while others are having fun. That's life. Now he's the victim? What kind of reaction did he expect? A thank you note for the extra hour of sleep? What a massive gaslighting. You don't deserve to be treated like that. NTA honey, I'll be straight with you. Your husband is abusive. He wants to control what you do and does not support your success. Please tell your place of study that you missed the exam because you are in an abusive relationship. Leave him as soon as it's safe and do not have a baby with this man. Op, please take this comment to heart. As someone who left an abusive husband, this was an early occurrence that I wish I had taken more seriously. Run and don't look back. NTA, this isn't a equal partnership. He is trying to control you, since you have a real future and options. If you get that degree, he is attempting to set you up for failure, so you will then have to depend on him. This is an extremely controlling action and a super major first step into a awful abusive future you have with this man. The irony of him calling you selfish and inconsiderate. NTA. This is manipulative, controlling behavior from him. And the fact you're here asking if your tar suggests it's working. I'm worried for you. Education is important, and it is very stressful to keep up with the timeline. Assuming your husband also finished school, he can't even relate to that stress. Even just graduating high school, he should understand the level of stress school puts on a person for someone older than you. It looks like he hasn't gone through puberty. Sees it's time to let go. See anyone who can't support you, and your chosen commitment is someone who is dragging you away from your best self, just so they could fuel their ego. NTA. Sabotage is a form of abuse. https://@offthefogpoint website /top 100 trablog /2015/11/4/sabotage. Don't let him derail your life. Opus. NTA. That was a major D*** move of him. Not okay at all. If you don't have time for lots of social activities during exam period, that's totally valid. He acted like a mean brat. NTA. This is very immature of him. Is he actually mature enough for an adult relationship and people having priorities? Does he not understand that exams are only for a limited amount of time and then they are done? I would say that he is acting like a child, but that would be insulting to child because even they know better. Oh, good grief. NTA. Consider a temporary separation until you get through university. Or a permanent one, since he is so selfish that he put your financial security and future at risk. He sabotaged you. He wants you to fail, to F*** up your future, your career and financial prospects. NTA for blowing up at him, but why would you consider staying with him? NTA. Yep, he knew exactly how much this would mess her life up, and cold taken that hour any time in the last 2 weeks. Not that it would make it right, this is clearly our territory, but chose to do it then, to cause her to forfeit her exam. He even thinks he's the victim. Just no dude. No. Run up before you collect any more red flags. NTA. But consider dating adult in the future. This one is 6, not 26. They're married. NTA. Your husband is showing signs of abuse. 1. Sabotaging your career, and by extension, your independence. 2. Trying to control how you use your time. 3. Guilt tripping you when you don't do what he says. 4. Punishing you when you did nothing wrong. 5. Acting like the victim when you rightfully get angry. Get out. NTA. Be candid with your instructor. Your husband is abusive and decided to punish you for not going to his friend's birthday party the night before an exam when you needed to study by tampering with your alarm clock while you slept. And then divorce papers, a sap. He decided to try to hurt your future because you didn't do as he told you to. Will you feel safe knowing he has access to doctor's appointments / medical info, insurance info, financial info etc, all which can have much more serious impacts on your life and health if he decides to punish you again? NTA. On the contrary, your husband is a huge ******* here. You were busy for 2 weeks to study for your exam. He couldn't handle 2 weeks in which he is not your number one priority. He should be understanding and help you in any way he can. Instead he sabotages you for your final exam as revenge. What kind of loving husband does this? There is really need for a long serious talk.